Right now, the character of the people, feeling nila hindi kaya. So, that is the challenge of creating an idea na dapat paniwalaan ng tao. See, that is the biggest challenge. Because hindi naman talaga madaling magbuo ng isang idea sa puso ng lahat ng tao.
Suot nyo ngayon yung uniforme na matagal yung isinuot bilang soldado. At itong mga bagay ngayon na nangyayari, parang pwedeng death sentence na to sa career nyo as a soldier. Are you prepared for that eventuality na matapos na sa kapitan yung career mo bilang soldado?
How? Because I never thought of my career when I joined public service. See, when you think of your career as your number one consideration ng pagiging sundalo o pagiging nasa public service mo, everything you do is in preparation for a next promotion or a higher achievement ng career mo. And that compromises public service. Kaya sa akin, yung pagiging sundalo ko is incidental lang yun. Doon sa gusto kong manilbihan na taong bayan. See? So, matagal na, at in fact, pagpunta ko sa Okudis, hindi lang yung career na katay doon. It's your entire life. So, kung kayang i-offer yung buhay mo for a cause, para sa public service, mas mo yung career mo. Yun yung feeling ko naging problema ng ibang sundalo. Career-oriented masyado. Teka muna, huwag tayong magreklamo kasi he's a member of a promotion board. Hindi tayo mapupromote yan. So, kahit sa tingin mo na tama, huwag bulag-bulagan ka na lang kasi delikado yung career mo. Hindi ka mapupromote. So, pag kinoconsider mo yung promotion mo, career mo, you cannot serve the people. So, set aside your career. Just work. Okay, punta ko sa Okud. When I went to Okud, decided to join the Okud, lahat yun sa akin, giniba ko na yun. For a bigger cause.
Point blank question. Tatakbo kayo, well, for the record, you will never join politics.
Yes. I will never run any electoral position in this government, in our country. And I will never accept position in government, appointed position.
And you will never accept a pardon from
Mrs. Arrow.
There are a lot of people in the service who still believes in you and will give their ready support when you need it. Diba? Parang nangyari yun, ganun eh, diba?
Who still believe that they should support anyone na talagang nagpo-push for a genuine reform. Genuine reform, they're really looking for any actions that really represents a genuine reform. And there are a lot of people, whether the armed forces or all sectors of our society, ready and willing to support them. So kahit saan society yun, makakita ko.
What was the most difficult thing?
It's about setting your mind to the worst case scenario. Pwede mangyari sa'yo.
Which is,
you can be killed by foul play. Anytime. If you're too dangerous, if your idea is too strong against theirs, they can nip you at the bud. So, because you're like you're a proponent of a new idea. Parang isang halaman, di ba? Pag nilabas pa lang nun, pwede ka nang apakan. Doon pa lang papatayin ka na. If they can see the potential of the ideas you're trying to espouse, to cause it. See? Yun yung the worst case scenario pwede mo.
and you fit that description.
No, I don't think. I don't say that. But any proponent of ideas, sa tingin nila, could eventually survive and remove them from whatever they're dun sa comfort zone nila, will not allow that to happen. They will prevent that. Even legal yung pamamaraan mo, whatever. So yun yung worst case scenario. Pwede mo nangyari. Ang pinakamahirap lang sa akin is hindi yun. Doon saan prepare ka that. Yung worries ng mga kapatid mo. Ano ba yung nangyari sa kanila? Thinking of that, yun yung medyo mabigat.
Marami kayong pinaplano eh. You're planning, well, unity, yun ang inaano nyo. Pero sa buhay nyo, ano plano nyo?
Ako, spend it with that vision. Simple as that.
Sa personal. Yun na yun.
Yun na. This is my life. So everything that will stop you from doing it
You know,
will hinder me from doing it. I-avoid ko yun. That is to include denying the comforts of personal life.
your take on the present military leadership. So tingin nyo, well, ito yung mga opisyal na nasangkot din sa kontrobersiya. They're not leading the armed forces. So, ano sa tingin nyo ang armed forces ngayon?
Nakaka-in a sense that a lot of soldiers, junior officers, would want to deliver the services they're supposed to deliver sa family. Pero hindi nila yan magagawa. Because directions from the highest level should be followed. See? And these are all legal actions, orders. Ang hirap mag-deviate. When you deviate from that directives, pupunta ka sa outlaw. Kung yun ang ginawa namin. This is the only way you can say no to your command. Define it. Hindi ka na susundin. And when you do that, that's the end of it. Cross the line. So, ang bigat. Junior officers and the well-meaning officers in our forces and the troops have a dilemma. Because they too have a life to live, a family to feed, and sabi mo nga, they also worry about their careers. And their career also represents livelihood para sa kanila. So, responsibility sa commander na magbigay ka ng tamang moral, not just legal, but moral order sa kanila. Ngayon, kung puro ka lang legal, pero moral, wala doon. Bit mo yung buong process mo. Kawawa. Kumbaga, nilulubog mo sila sa kumunoy. You destroy their dignity as a soldier. That's why hindi na dignified profession. It's not noble. It's supposed to be the noblest profession. Pero hindi na, because of the way we are being utilized.
How do you think history would judge it?
I don't know. I don't even want to think of it. What I want, the vision itself is para sa akin is for the people to succeed. Because this is their fight. This is not my fight. I want them to succeed. Because this is their struggle. History, wala, hindi ko inisip, I don't even think of history. As far as myself is concerned. But if I'll die fighting, continuously fighting, and holding strongly dito sa belief, masaya na ako.